So I'm ready to, like, this was on the Wendy Williams show. No longer many money. Okay, I'm done with this. Goodbye.
No, she is not the Wendy that we all knew. No, she's not. And it's very sad.
It would do better if Wendy Williams was Wendy Williams. You understand what I mean? It's like the person that we have now is just I don't even want to be rude because I love Wendy, but it's like a shell of who Wendy was way back when.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault.
Hello! What is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my What is this? Oh, it's my mirror. It seems like these days when I'm doing my intro, I'm getting disturbed. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is The Vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys. I put out in my community post what it is that my dazzling diamonds and the others would like to see on this channel. And I asked you guys, should we just stick to the local shenanigans, or would you guys like to hear some international shit? And in the past, I have touched on some international topics, but I did see that it wasn't received well. However, American viewers did view that kind of content type situation. And so I want us to actually graduate and spread our wings. You understand what I mean? Even if it means that in the beginning of us talking about the international endeavors, it's not going to be received too well on our side, but we're going to get some reception everywhere else, right? So we need to intertwine it. I have noticed, and I know for a fact that you guys have noticed this too, because you said it on my community post, that you want a variety of content, not just what is happening here. Because, baby, I get so tired of talking about the same people over and over again. And I know for a fact that I keep on saying, and I don't want to be like the gossip channels. And baby, let's not get it twisted. Even though I have become, and people have been saying quite a bit too mainstream. Okay. And not commentary like I was before. I need you guys to understand that the commentary that I was doing before, when I used to use different clips and stuff like that, situations have become a bit tighter. If I use different clips from other people's videos, it is very easy, even if it's just 2 seconds. You guys saw last year what happened when I got my first community strike on this channel. And baby, you best believe I was very paranoid, because on Linda Carl Truth TV, I got my first strike, I brushed it off. Then I got another strike, and then the channel was gone type of situation. So I don't want that to happen here, because of using people's clips from their, videos. People are very sensitive about that, but also YouTube has become a little bit more stricter. And for commentary like that, it becomes a bit challenging to do the very lengthy videos or different parts without using the clips from people's videos to convey the message, because you need to hear it from the horse's mouth type of situation. You understand what I mean? I can say one thing and it's just going to sound like gossip. If I can't use a clip or section of that video, then it's a problem. Now, I do understand that you can edit a video, change the color, put different music on it and what have you. Not only does that take a lot of time, but still, you're still like, what if I can get a strike? Because there are some people that are gunning for you, and it's like, they're not just going to not strike you. What is the other thing? Claim, yeah. Do a claim on your video, where they will be paid for your video, get a portion of the money from your video. They will strike you, like try to remove you right? Last year I had to go through YouTube school, and luckily this channel does not have any more strikes. I only had one because I went through the YouTube school and I passed the exam. Right? And that's why after that I had and the clip that I had used was from that girl, man, that does reviews from Shein and all Zara, and that big girl. What's her name? She has a husband, man. They vlog and stuff. I'm not saying big girl to be funny or anything. She is. I forgot her name. But in that video, she was with Lady Malela and that other girl. The one that claims she doesn't drink. She's very beautiful, dark-skinned girl. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Forgot her name. I absolutely forgot her name. I forgot all of them except the lady. Right? And the video was like literally not even more than 2 minutes. And there was a claim because she is signed to a company or whatever. And they are the ones that claimed it. But I'm sure maybe she flagged me or whatever because I am the bad girl of YouTube type of situation. So I need to be very careful with what clips I use or sound bites or whatever. You even saw recently another girl was saying, hey, you stole my content. When somebody was trying to drag me, I was like, how dare you? I thought we had a mutual respect. And now she's posting things like, if you what me, I will change. And girl, bye. You just never liked me with being fake. That's it. But I'm not sour about it. I understand that people don't like me. I'm a threat. I'm dangerous. I'm like the boogeyman under your bed. I'm a problem. I'm the one that is coming to take your space. The space that you thought you were going to fill for the rest of your life. Baby, there's different phases in life. Things change. And everybody can get a space. Even I know that one day somebody's coming to trot along and remove me. But because I'm a nice person, I don't think they could remove me entirely. Like I've said before, I have very big plans for the space. And many others. Right? But anyway, let's get into today's video. And in today's video, like many people have requested or said, yes, we'd like international shit. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. Now, she'll be the first one we talk about because I have actually done videos about Wendy Williams last year. Me wanting to merge the South African commentary or content with American or anything else out there. This is not the first time. I mean, I tried it, didn't get many views, but you know what? I think I will stick to it and then we'll grow. Because our growth here on the Vault Entertainment has been very steady and we've been okay with that. Have you not? I have, right? And so let's see if we can build on this thing and we'll see where it goes. Because for us, it's not just, yeah, it's nice to make money on YouTube, but it's not just about that. We need to grow. We need to grow internationally type of situation, right? The Vault Entertainment must cross these borders. Period. That is a natural progression of the situation, which will include interviews and so on. So the format of the Vault is not going to change. So for the people that wanted the old format with the clips that are longer and, you know, where you get the story and it's very juicy and I love that shit. But we have to be careful because people will strike you. And it's very easy to do now. You will get a community strike. That's a problem. 3 strikes, you're out. Your channel is gone. Type of situation. Right? Anyway, Wendy Williams. Now, a few days ago, I saw this interview. Era Wendy, right? Last year, when I spoke to you guys, it seemed like Wendy Williams was going through... wait, I need to bring this slide forward. Or I need to come forward. Wendy Williams was going through a couple of things when she wasn't on the show and there were people that were hosting for her. And week after week after week, it was said that Wendy's coming back, she's coming back. And then we found out that Wendy has dementia. It's the edema. It's all these freaky dick. All people were saying, apparently, allegedly, Wendy Williams is back on the user type of situation. And that's the reason why she wasn't coming back onto screen. Now, Wendy Williams never came back to the Wendy Williams show, right? Whether it's because she was sick or she was on something or it was Wells Fargo, the bank, nobody actually really knows. Nobody actually really knows, which one of those scenarios was the actual big player in the whole situation or the demise of Wendy Williams. But she never came back. And then it was said that, no, this year, for sure, she's coming back until her replacement came on. And then it has been said that, okay, fine, Wendy's not coming back to the Wendy Williams show. As a matter of fact, Wendy Williams can't even use the name Wendy Williams. It is owned by that company, whatever. But Wendy will start her own podcast, which is slick moves right there. Who would not tune in to the Wendy Williams podcast? As a matter of fact, I feel in my gut of guts, right? And we have multiple guts. The Wendy Williams podcast would thrive and survive and even do better than podcast and chill. Wendy knows more celebrities, but not only that, she's Wendy freaking Williams.
Who's going to be working with you on this podcast.
Will and I are in partnership. And what the beginning of what we're going to do, podcast.
If it would do better if Wendy Williams was Wendy Williams. You understand what I mean? It's like the person that we have now is just I don't even want to be rude because I love Wendy. But it's like a shell of who Wendy was way back when. The Wendy we see now, it's just... And the crazy thing is, not so long ago, she was on the beach talking to her son, whoever was busy with the camera. She seemed like she was coming together. It was said that she was on Dr. Sebi's diet. I feel like that's something I need to do. Just to have a longer life. There's nothing wrong with me, but... And also to lose weight, because, baby, I am getting chunky. I'm getting chunky. And I thought I was losing weight. It was probably for 2 weeks. And then now it's like, oh, hi, we're back. It's us. You're fat. You know? She was on Dr. Sebi's diet and she was doing fine. Just like her son was on Dr. Sebi's diet after he apparently, allegedly, had some drugs. It's Dagami. So, it's Dagadi. Yes, that's what we call it in South Africa. He recovered just fine. So they got her on that diet. And it looked like she was doing fine. Walking on the beach, doing her thing. How, a few days ago, this interview that she did with TMZ. And I was so very disappointed because I watched the original interview. I was so disappointed with the people from TMZ. But of course, it's TMZ. They are going to do what it is that they have to do at the end of the day. When the interview started, before they had Wendy on the screen, those two guys that were interviewing her were already laughing. It's like they had already seen her and her state. And her state, baby, it was not good at all. It was really, really bad.
She believes it will be. So, without further ado, let's bring in the guest of honor to tell us all about her plans. Wendy Williams. It's great to see you. Welcome back. Hey, Wendy.
Well, welcome to my formal apartment. Thank you. Listen,
We are duly impressed. So, look, let's get right into it.
Wendy Williams looked like she was out of her mind, and that's just my opinion. This is what I observed online on that interview that she did with those two guys. She looked like she was out of her mind. High. Not high because she was on recreational drugs. Could have been medication. Actually, after watching that interview, I feel like she was on medication. She came out there, and let me fix my wig, my ponytail, because she came out there and her hair was all fluffy and messed up.
Live once again, Wendy. It is great to see you. Welcome back. Hey, Wendy.
well, welcome to my formal apartment.
Right? She sounded like Okay, as much as she could follow through with the questions, but there were some points where she was like kind of incoherent and just sounded like she was rambling on about nonsense, or I don't know. But she was really able, I won't lie to you guys, to catch up to that interview.
The Wendy Williams show, bow out gracefully. You know, Morton Ira, I love them. But guess what? This is also huge diamonds. Do you see this? So many years I can't count. Will.
So, Wendy.
Will Jeweler.
And say what she had to say and be Wendy Williams. But you could tell with her eyes, she looked so tired. She looked like she was medicated. She wasn't well put together. Those two guys were talking about this, and she's talking about her grandiose apartment. And have you seen my apartment and all these funny, freaky, deaky things? Nobody cares about that, Wendy. We've seen the room that you were in. We've seen it during coronavirus. I'm not saying that to be funny to Wendy, but I'm like, we've seen it. We have. Right? And then that part, like, she didn't sound okay. She sounded like she was wired. Like she was high on medication. Like she was not high as in, recreational, drugs, or having a good time. No, like she was drowsy. That's the word I'm looking for. Like she was drowsy because she had just taken a medication. And another reason why I believe that she was drowsy from her medication is because in the interview she speaks about her, oh Lord, what is it called? Is it edema? But it's like edema, if I'm not mistaken, right? Where her feet swell up. Now, I've seen this in South Africa with like elderly people where their feet get that way. But back then, I didn't know what it was. And yes, the word has escaped me. So I'm saying edema, but it has escaped me now. I'll put it up here. I've seen that before. Back then I didn't know what was causing it. I just thought the elderly people were sick. And then she pulls up her foot and she shows the world. I'm not saying Wendy must hide her illness. I mean, let people know, Let us know what's really going on. But it's the way that she did it, Without a care in the world, it just seemed like she was incoherent.
I know.
Okay, you don't know lymphedema? All right, I'll show you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Lymphedema is this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
No, look closely.
Right.
Hold up, please. Will, hold up. I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
All right, it's up and down. Okay. That is, I can only feel maybe 5% of my feet.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Right.
Which means normally I would be in a wheelchair. I'm not in a wheelchair.
I feel so sorry for Wendy, hey? I feel so sorry for Wendy. Her demise, her situation is just like, she didn't see this coming. And there was nothing that she could do about it. Her husband, her illness, losing the show, whether or not she went back and forth with the drugs, and then also being on prescription medication, because she said that she lives in constant pain. Her foot was as big as her face, so you can imagine how painful that is. You'd be a monster not to sympathize with that situation. And the way she wanted to keep on mentioning it in that interview, you can tell she's bothered by it. Like, it bothers, obviously. So I don't think Wendy was the way she was in that interview because she was high on recreational drugs. I think that maybe Wendy was buzzed by her prescription medication because that shit looked really, really painful. But who is the person that allowed or okayed the fact that Wendy's gonna go on TMZ and do this interview in that moment, in that state? that person obviously doesn't care about Wendy. Now apparently it's her new manager. That person doesn't care about Wendy. They want to do what they want to do. They want to make money, in my opinion. Period. Because it was too much. So from the videos I did last year, first it was said that Wendy Williams was suffering from that edema thing with the foot and stuff. Then it was COVID, all these funny things. Drugs, all these things. Alcohol. The stuff is coming out that, oh, Wendy is flashing us at work. Apparently, allegedly. It's a lot. It's a lot. Her bank seizing her money and all. Just leave her alone. That's my advice to the world. Leave. If Wendy has enough money to survive for the rest of her life. Now I know the hype and the and that thing, man, to be in the public eye and to be the it freaking shizness for life in this media game. I get it. But you know what? Let her give her money. She says she has a beautiful penthouse in New York, you know. Let her live her life. Let her get healthy. Don't do the podcast. It's not time. I don't know if it ever will be. But this is embarrassing. There's another interview I watched of her brother saying, no, please, just stop. Like, stop all of this. This is my sister. Like, this is not the Wendy I know. And apparently he said that he has been covering up for her, like, trying to make it okay. But after he saw this recent TMZ interview, he was like, no, this is enough. This is my sister. Like, this is not the person I know.
Her health is the situation. The fact that she needs to be away from people who are going to do her wrong, that's the situation. I remain vigilant and must remain vigilant and keep an eye on the realities of the ne'er-do-wells, the people who just want to come around and suck and come around and get opportunities for real, while she's not prepared to be all that we know she can be. And who would hold a camera up? Who would be the camera operator to videotape a person sounding like that, acting like that, and knowing their platform that once was?
I don't know Wendy on a personal level, but goddamn, that's not the Wendy I know either. And you could tell that she was out of it. I don't know what she was on. I'm hoping that it was a prescription medication for her foot. But still, if you care about her, you're her manager, you're her whatever, don't put your people on camera like that. Because people want to drag her. They want her down. They want the world to see how she has deteriorated. And you're just going to let that happen? And why would you let that happen? If you are for Wendy. If you are not for Wendy, somebody is paying you to do this funny, freaky, deaky things. Why are you doing that? Why? Type of situation. Doesn't make any freaking sense to me. But for me personally, that's the end of the Wendy Williams anything. Let her rest. And I'm not talking about rest forever. No. I mean, just let her rest. Stop with the media coverage. Stop with like the pressure. Because that's another thing. I feel like she's under pressure to come back. Just give her some time. She already is out of the show. It's done. Don't do the podcast now. If ever she comes back and she does this podcast, let her come back strong. Like a bad bee. Like Wendy Williams. Because now, the person that I saw, no. It's just going to be an ongoing joke. Everybody's going to talk about her online. And that's not nice. Because we've seen her as a very strong woman in the entertainment industry. Doing something that nobody else wanted or could have done. And now this is who we have. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to us. Type of situation.
They wanna know who the fuck I am, what the fuck I do, what the fuck I say, because I'm a bad bitch, I'm the relax. But no time and I be stopping on the weekends. I got that shit in the bag, a triple threat. I'm stocking the bag, don't follow the back. Addressing me, you call me that. When I walk in.